What's up, YouTube? Merry Christmas. It's your boy Steve from Printing Gang Investments, back with another video. And on this Christmas edition, we're going to be talking about this bull case, the bear case, the agent thesis, and where it's going, man. So, the core thesis here is, the next phase in AI is the agents. We were right about the first few phases of AI when ChatGPT popped off. The correct play was the chips, NVIDIA. We called that. Then after that, if everybody's going to be using AI, we don't need to hallucinate, Palantir. So those went from 10 to 200 basically each respectively, give or take, and neither of those are stopping. Still got our Palantir shares. Palantir is still going up. But on this channel, it's about staying up to date on what everybody's talking about. I mean, not talking about what everybody's talking about. You know, when we started talking about Palantir on this channel, it was very niche. You feel me? And we still gonna talk about Palantir because they still play a big role in this agent game. But we got to do what we do best. We got to go back in the weeds. We got to go back into digging, and we got to go back into finding what's next. And from what I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing, the next wave is clearly these agents. And the big pricing opportunity, the mispricing, is due to the fact that the average analyst probably isn't using AI agents yet. They're being mispriced. If you're using AI, if you're selling AI, if you're watching AI videos, if you're in the field, if you're using agents extensively in your real work like I am, you would notice. But the thing is, I was just looking at it actually. I think it was, I gotta pull up the exact company. I probably have Pam tell you. It was either ServiceNow or UiPath. It was one of them. But I was looking at, I think it was the it was the current ServiceNow bull case from the analyst. They're bullish on it, and they're bullish on it for AI reasons. But if you look at the actual report I was looking at, the research I was looking at, the key is right there in black and white. They said they're bullish on ServiceNow because it's gonna have, they like the AI features. They like the AI tools. And that wording right there is the opportunity. The opportunity is there are companies that have AI agents that are going to be in control of AI agents. But on the balance sheet, those are being written as tools, features. They're not being priced as employees. And that is the key. If these things are employees, they're worth way more than anyone's thinking. Because, like, the way I see it is someone like Pam, an agent like Pam. And even on the videos, those are written for YouTube. So it's like the actual things I talked to Pam about, that's a high level employee. That's a $70,000 a year job, $100,000 a year job, $200,000 a year job. The things I got Pam doing. Is that priced in the balance sheets yet? Is those type of cost savings priced in? When people realize what these agents do, it's going to take off hand over fist. The agents are already popping up in the real world. I had my relative was getting a new apartment, and they called the leasing office. An agent answered the phone. The agent answered all their questions and sent them an email to tell them when to show up for the appointment to show the apartment. That's basically probably an N8N workflow with 11 labs in the background. It's a very popular workflow. You could look it up. But what I'm saying is it's starting to get into the real world, but I'm thinking Wall Street's probably underestimating this one, just like they did plenty of other things. And right now I'm looking at what happened with ServiceNow. I mean, not ServiceNow, with UiPath. UiPath, a stock I was just talking about on this channel, is already up like 20-something% in the past month since we talked about it on this channel. I think it's did another 7-10%, something like that. And what's going on with that stock in particular, they were in the robotics field, but they basically renamed their product, changed around their product to where it's an agent-based product. And that company specifically, if AI agents take off, it hits their balance sheet fast. It hit their revenue fast. So it could make their stock do what it's doing right now, go up. It just got included in the small cap index, and they went GAAP profitable for the first time. It kind of reminded me of Palantir. So that's why I said UiPath is like the wild card in this situation. I'm not putting it on that same list as Microsoft, ServiceNow, and Palantir because they don't got control of anything. Like if the technology gets good, people might find a bypass. to UiPath. But for now, people rocking with UiPath. So it's a short-term thing. The reason I like ServiceNow, even though it hasn't went up yet, and I'm not by any means saying I think ServiceNow is just gonna moon in the next few months or nothing like that. What I think about ServiceNow is I think they had a control layer. There are sort of other ways to go around ServiceNow, but ServiceNow is so ingrained in businesses that what most likely is going to end up happening is when people deploy these agents at scale, like 30,000 person companies, 100,000 person companies, they're probably going to go through ServiceNow, most likely, and I'm pretty sure they dominate it. I'm going to be looking out for competition. I'm going to be looking out for, anything that would stop my bull case, just like we did with Palantir. But ServiceNow is looking like the long-term winner of this agent game. Microsoft as well. They're also a stock that could start, moving a little faster, a little sooner. So in the shorter term, I'm looking at Microsoft, Palantir as core holds that could move fast. And I'm looking at UiPath like a trade, or not even a trade, like a 6-month thing, a 3-month thing, a 7, 9, 12-month thing that could go further. But with UiPath, I'd be underweight. I'm not really trying to put like big money in UiPath because that's the one where you could lose a lot, you know what I'm saying, if it go left. So I'm more careful with UiPath, but there is opportunity there. As far as ServiceNow and Palantir and Microsoft, Palantir and Microsoft, you already know what that is. So it's like, at this point, Palantir is becoming seriously established. Microsoft is Microsoft. They've been established. So that's what I'm starting to like. It's like we're taking a lot of valuation risk on Palantir, but as far as the business becoming ingrained. So it's like, I keep adding to Palantir. Palantir tanks, I'm going to add to it. The key with a market like this is only worry about the business. The valuation, the simple ratios, the simple metrics. Go look what the business is doing. Like, you got to look at numbers besides just the basic metrics. Like with this current investment we're looking at, with this agent investment, I'm looking at seat pricing inside software as a service companies as a metric, because the seats are going to get attacked by the agents. Like, you're not going to be able to make your money having 100 people working at a company and selling 100 software licenses. That's going to get hit. So the key right now is to see what companies are going to be able to pivot and make more money from other business models versus what companies just finna get hit up when the seats come. That's why we were talking about HubSpot and Asana. HubSpot and Asana are strongly exposed to seat-based money. So if they don't get it together and figure out a pivot, they could get hit up seriously. So they're not on my short watch list, but they're on my list of stocks that are under pressure. I wouldn't go overweight them. I'm watching to see what happens with them. But that's just me giving y'all, what I think's going on with these markets going in the next year, man. And I hope everybody have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, man. I hope people made money this year. I hope y'all didn't listen to the haters and stay on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? I hope you invested in some. Hope you got your shares. Hope you got gains. I hope y'all having a great Christmas with your family, man. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video.